after a whole day having hard work and hard discussions. Maybe a short introduction for myself. I was many years, about 20 years, working for Target Design in Germany, in the Munich area, in the business of transportation design, motorcycles and cars. I was also the studio leader there. And finally, I settled down in Taiwan as a teacher in a Taiwan university. I thank you very much to invite me to this very nice competition judgment. And I was judging before for the CHC bicycle competition quite some times in Taiwan already. And I think it's a good opportunity to have this kind of change towards to the real market appearance. And this is also maybe in a way how we judge today a little bit. Actually, I think all of us have been quite concentrated on the feasibility for the market. And I appreciate that. And maybe it was a democratic judgment today and a good discussion. And I think it was good. It was also joy and fun in between. So thank you very much for this experience today.
I'm the general manager of the CHC, the Cycling and Health Industrial R&D Center. My company is established by government and industrial, so our responsibility is support the maker, the bicycle maker in Taiwan, to upgrading or to be excellent. Yeah. So today I think I learned a lot of with our judge jury, and I also find in Taiwan to be a innovative center. I think bias the competition is the important way to show the innovation by Taiwan to the worldwide.
After 20 years of experience on industrial design, I found some very good opportunity in bicycle design field in Taiwan. So I learned so much from these gentlemen, and I wish we can get some opportunity to make the Taiwanese design grateful.
I'm running a branding agency located in Switzerland and Taipei and Shanghai for product design and corporate design. It was a great pleasure to join this jury with members from Japan, Germany, Taiwan as well, with industry designers. And I think it's an impressive concentration of design responsibility and capacity which I met here in Taiwan. I guess you could never met any spot on the world where you have so much design competence concentrated on cycling industry, and that's really amazing. And we have seen quite a lot nice ideas which makes the decision so difficult. That's why I was late. I had so fightings with myself to find the three best of the nominated design projects laying down in the next room here. And thank you also for IF Design for making this jewelry and this judgment so professional and in a good shape. Thanks a lot.
My name is Hiro Tanaka, coming from Tokyo, Japan. First of all, thank you very much for inviting me, the very precious opportunity, and also for the TAITRA and the IF Taiwan team. And today we are very much focusing on about the total balance of the design. In the morning time, we spent so much time to find out a good balanced design. But for the final, we saw the many good whole component, fully component bicycles in a very good balanced. So we are very safe that seeing that. As one of the Japanese, first of all, I'm sorry, we need to say that thank you very much for the Taiwanese great help for the disaster which happened last year. Because for the bicycle, our value for the bicycle has been quite changed since that crisis. At that very night, we all searched for the bicycle at a bicycle shop because we couldn't go back to the home, but no bicycle at the shop. So since the crisis, we had a bicycle as a value not only for the transporter, but also for the survival tool. But today, this morning, I gave up this criteria. I myself to make up my mind to have a criteria as a good balanced design. So we would like to more discuss about this good balanced design. We also discussed with Adar-san about the good balance. So first of all, thank you very much for your great help and also for the giving us the opportunity to be a juror of the first World Honor Bicycle Design Award. Thank you very much.
First question about the procedure. How could we arrange that? Over 200 entries to judge today. It's actually very short with difficulties. Actually, I think we were discussing one by one, really one by one, and a long time, and we didn't make a long break in between. So it's of course tiring, but I think it's also a very good experience for everybody. And also I think we had a good discussion and it was not too controversial. This is the first answer for the first question. The second one, I'm impressed, but on one hand, about the entries. The quality of the entries is really outstanding, partly. Second, of course, I'm living in Taiwan already some years, and besides I'm impressed, I must say I also expect something from a Taiwan industry to show there. And so in the end, I'm also satisfied that you really the industry could show up with some quite nice designs there. Yeah. So that's my impression for the entries from Taiwan products. But we also had some products from abroad, which were really outstanding good as well. It's not only from Taiwan. I think also others have been quite nice.
It was really not a holiday day. It's not that easy, 207 entries judged by 5 people in, 7 hours or something. But the reason why we are here, or I guess that's the reason, is that we are professional in our competence. So we didn't judge by our stomachs and look at the project and says, oh, well, I like this, so I judge it for it. We discussed it hardly by our professional targets, professional criteria we had. There are 10 in total. And so that makes the short running out of time, because we had professional discussions together and we always had to keep our watches in mind or Ralph was teaching us or fighting us to go in time, and that's the reason why you could even take 3 or 4 days and the discussion would never end. So it doesn't make any matter if you have 1 day or 2 days, but 1 day is really hard work at the end. We had something like a rule that we said not every entry has 2 points on every of the 10 criteria. But on the other side, if a project has only his objective positive things on just 1 criterion and none points, or we didn't get or set points, but if they have no positive arguments on the other 9, then it's not worth to get an award as well. So it has the balance, as I understand it, has to be somewhere between good objectives, positives, arguments in maybe 3, 4 or 5 criteria, and then it's worth to be nominated. We are not already finished with our work. We have to make the last final round afterwards. So, but the nominations are worth if the balance is quoted by 4 or 5 criteria, in my mind.
I have a very simple rule. A product doesn't mean what he want to solve, what may be the needs of the customer. And we can find the solution the product offer. We can find some maybe innovation from the solution they offer. And is this solution hit the target? So I think that's my simple rule I share to everyone.
Actually, we have 10 criteria, but I have 5 criteria is most important. It's I call value points, that variations is something different in the first appearance. And the second, it's aesthetics. It should be very beautiful. Not very beautiful, it's beautiful for me. And the third is a lifestyle. And then utility. In the end, it's economics. Something should be, some people can buy it, not just higher prices. That's my point. So,
As a point of the Japanese juror, we are much focusing as a GMAC, much focusing on the universal design and also for the eco design. I know about those barriers, but first of all, I myself, I agree with Adol-san. Yeah, we need we ourselves, the designer, the product should be beautiful and attractive. Otherwise, we're not the consumer, right? So this point, we should, as a criteria, more higher in each juror. This is my philosophy. So that's why I agree with the Adol-san.
Maybe as you call me the professor here, should add something about the design theory, very officially maybe. Actually, what we call beautiful or not so beautiful, or maybe just to answer this question about how to judge a design, that's not so easy to explain. Actually, you must come to my readings and learn more. But maybe in general, I can say there is design language, and this design language is understood very well by designers, and that actually the product should be designed by professional designers, and that's what we also can judge. We can see if something is made professionally or something maybe is lacking somewhere, whether it's a quality impression or the real quality or other things, like maybe everything must be one picture, like also the graphic works must fit color ray, everything must be one picture, just to say it roughly. So this is maybe about the design. Of course, there are more criteria than only this appearance language. And the other criteria have been explained very well here as well, like the technologies, technology innovation, marketing, expertise, and things like that. Of course, all together is about design. So design is a very complicated thing in the end. It's not easy to explain, not easy to understand, and there are many people outside, they think, well, design is easy. I like it and it's a good design. I don't like it, it's not a good design. But for us, of course, it's very different. Because if I say, I like it, it doesn't mean it's a good design. I must have my criteria. Who will buy it? For which kind of people is it destined? And then I will judge how is it fit for this market, for those people. How can we help the people with this design? Or how can we hurt them even? So this is somehow how we must balance our work. Okay, I hope you're satisfied with those answers.
Yes, 10 criterion is multi-criterion. But I think I will focus on which product is kept the original design constraint or the design boundary. For example, a bicycle parts maker, he designed integrate with the bicycle frame. So these parts integrate together. So maybe make some value from the integration. And the other way, I also found the designer or the maker, the label of the design, the height of the design. The bicycle, whole bicycle, yes, he is in the height of the whole bicycle, not the portion of the bicycle design of the complete bike. And that's by sorting the 10 criterion to be this ruler for me. Yeah.
We did not set our limit for the quantity of prize-winning awards. We just went through and say those who are worthy to get the award, we gave them a green dot. Yeah, and so in the end, I think it will be counted somehow how many they are. But I think this is an important message. That is not so important how many they are. The quality is important. So if we are satisfied, then we can give our yes. And if we see some trouble, we can not give our yes. And so in the end, there is a quite big amount, I think, for those who can pass. And maybe some not so good, but actually I don't know how many. I just would guess, but I think they can give you a precise answer later.
To give you an impression of if we give 5 awards and we have 207 entries, that shows you how hard it is to get one of those awards. And that's even a hurdle, a hurdle more for the jury to just point it on those 2% of all entries who gets an award at the end.
It's a trend in Japan for a more electrical derailleur system and the Shimano Di2, right? So I expected such kind of the more electrical some components in here, but I couldn't see such trend of strategy products. So next time I would like to see that Taiwanese such kind of the solution. Yeah, that is because this is a trend for the road bicycles.
I guess I saw 3 trends right now. The first one is integrate design. So we should, or Taiwanese, or some of bike designers, they should put everything together and make it more beautiful and functional. That's the integrate design. And the second is intelligent. Because of e-bike, because of electricity or smartphones, I think there's a next generation of bike. And the third one is interactive. I saw some of user interface around the handlebar, but it's not good design yet. It's because it's not integrated, it's not intelligent right now. So I think this is 3I.
In the moment, what's going on, what's clear, what every company is behind is the electric bike. And there is a big trend seen on the horizon for the electric bike. which certainly is very important in the next years. And just as we heard before, together with the electric bike, there will be tremendously new possibilities opened. Yeah, cloud computing on a bicycle will be the future. Yeah, that's actually something which is a very big field, where especially in Taiwan, I can expect that many companies could really offer good products. Because as we have the bicycles, we also have computers here, so actually it's, this interface is actually a big, wide open door for the future. There's a lot of things to do. I think it's the big chance.
I think that the designer should be love his design. So I think the best way is to be a cyclist. He need to ride bicycle and know bicycle and know the customer requirement, yeah, and love your design. That's my opinion, yeah.
I was a little bit surprised that we had quite a lot of entries which sells an idea but without any design. So that there are maybe construction groups or engineers who are working on a product, on an idea, but they forgot at the end the design. And if you don't design your idea, you just sell an idea. But you have, for many customers, you have to sell design as well. And design means not only the form or the looking, it means also materials, combination, different materials, handling, etc. And the other things, 5 years ago, when Shimano or another component company produced some electronic stuff in the bicycle industry, many people said, why you do electronic things in a bike? Because if you are out in the nature, far away from every electronic repair stores or something, then you're lost. And since the e-bike has something like a revolution in the bicycle industry, nobody's care about electronic stuff again. So I guess that in the next 2, 3, 4 years, we will have many new electronical devices, electronical ideas, and new things in the bicycle market we never thought about in the last century.